Hi, everybody. This is Aveeno here, and I'm just making this special intro in front of this episode because, due to the fact that it's Thanksgiving and everyone's with their families and enjoying the holidays, we had the unfortunate circumstance to not be able to record an episode. However, we have this episode called this All About Smash Brothers that came out during near the last Smash Direct. And we had a bunch of footage left over, and we weren't able to put in the normal episode, so I decided to still get it out there and make it a special episode and release it today, because Smash Bros. Is coming out later this week, and this is all our theories and stuff going into it and our opinions coming in before it. And tune in next week for a normal episode once again, and we will also probably be talking a lot about Smash going forward once we get it and it releases. So yeah. Hope you enjoy this episode, primarily about Smash Bros. Ultimate, coming on December 7th for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you. So Smash, okay. So just to give context, for anyone who doesn't know, Emmy, this might be you, I don't know. Late last week, because basically there's these things called Nintendo Directs, which is basically their version of press conferences, except they don't do them in person, they just do them all digitally, and Nintendo will stream basically a bunch of stuff just to give news updates and other like gameplay trailers and stuff like that for their products. Smash, however, being the significantly big Nintendo property that it is, has its own ones, which are Smash Directs, just for Smash. Usually they're 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, and they feature the creator of Smash, Sakurai. I forget his name. I want to say Miyamoto Sakurai, but that could be wrong. Masahiro Sakurai. Sorry, that's his name. I'm pretty sure. Or I could be racist and wrong. I don't know. But in these trailers, he just talks a lot. He drops all the news and he just talks about it and shows gameplay. And so he's done several for Smash so far, and he always drops a character or two, an echo trailer, shows off new songs and tracks they're adding. And mid last week, he tweeted that they were going to do one final Smash Direct, which people were expecting at least one or two more, because Smash hasn't come out for a while, and there are still characters that have been rumored to be coming and leaked, but haven't been shown yet. So he tweeted that there was going to be one final Smash Direct, and that this was going to be the last one. There's going to be none other and no other information till the game releases in December. So on Thursday, the Direct dropped. And the Direct dropped quite a bit of information. We had new character releases, talk about the story game mode, DLC plans, and even some alternative, I guess you could call it alternative mode / collectibles in the game. And so I guess we'll just break it down because each of them has a lot to talk about. I want to talk about what seems like to be everyone's favorite, because online it's let's just say there's been a lack of nice words over said information. But Sakurai talked about the remainder of the characters dropped for the main game. He talked about two characters, one Echo, one Real. So you have Echo Fighter, which is Ken, and Ken from Street Fighter, who's going to be an Echo Fighter of Ryu. And then he talked about Incineroar being the 69th character. 69, LOL. And that is, those are the two characters he announced. And, I guess before we move on to the other character release, so Ken as the one Echo Fighter and Incineroar. What you guys take? How do you guys feel? Go.
I'll go first. Or, I guess.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
Alex, go first.
All right. So Ken is the Echo Fighter. I kind of saw that coming. It was kind of easy to see it. I mean, what's his name? Ryu needed his rival. Bring him back in. True. That's nice.
The leak was dead on. Too. There was a leak a long time ago with the image that was basically, it was an image from the damn game, of Ken, and people were like, "Oh, Ken's in the game for sure."
Yeah.
But sorry, continue.
But again, he's just an Echo Fighter, so he's not really. It's not nothing really new to the game. I think it's just like a few stat changes. Well, I guess that's more me being biased because I really want to talk about Incineroar because I really like the Pokemon franchise, and I thought
okay, that's good. And because I was worried that no one would be able to talk about Incineroar because I don't.
I mean, people might hate me for saying that for Sun and Moon I chose.
You suck. Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun. Continue.
I chose Litten, which in Final Evolution would be Incineroar, and Incineroar is just like the way they describe him, he's just like really cool and really awesome because I don't know if I don't know if any of you know this. Maybe you, Ashram, know this, but he was described to be like that wrestler type. Like he was meant to come off as a show off kind of type. Like he's always
A
boasting.
Rey Mysterio,
If
you will.
He's always trying to show that he's the best. But I think in the Pokédex entry, it also says that he has like a soft spot for like everybody else. So he's kind of kind-hearted as well as being really tough on his opponents. That's what I really liked about it. And the same. And I think what Sakurai was talking about is that after every like kind of move that Incineroar does, he kind of does this pose, which is kind of like signature for him.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I saw that, and like, granted, I love Pokemon, but I haven't been playing since. What was the game that came out before Sun and Moon?
Well, it was a remake, but
Was it Omega Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay, so technically, I got Omega Ruby, but I never finished it. So I guess you could say that's where I stopped playing, and I didn't know much about it, but I thought Incineroar was cool. Yeah, they showed him off as like, and like, not knowing much except the fact that he clearly was like a wrestler Pokemon. Yeah, he did exemplify a lot of what I imagine or what I've seen from WWE and wrestling in Pokemon. With like, he kind of seems like a Rey Mysterio to me, where he's like flashy and cool and shit. And basically, what you said, that's awesome. Asham, what's your take on the two characters, Echo, Ken, and Incineroar?
So I don't know. I'm pretty glad they're all there. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I'm glad everyone's in the game. It's exciting for me.
All right, that's fine. That's a fair opinion. It's nice to keep this short, just because we have a lot more to talk about. Emmy, your take. Incineroar the Pokemon and Ken from Street Fighter in Smash. Go.
Ditto with Asham said. To be honest, I'm like indifferent about. Like, I'm excited for Smash, but obviously I can't play it, and so it's not really something I'm just like, eh. It's like.
Oh no, definitely. I didn't want. I felt like it'd be weird if we went through all these next segments and I just didn't say, and you just didn't get to say anything. So, you know.
No, I appreciate you trying. I appreciate you including me. Like, I have my 2 cents, but I'll let you guys have your fun too.
Definitely. And I think your 2 cents are going to come in more valuable at a later moment, but no, like it's coming soon. But all right, so next thing, another character, but I kept it separate from the other characters because he's a special situation. So Sakurai also talked about how there's going to be a special limited time offer for a character you can get if you, technically he said pre-order, but based on how it works, it's not a pre-order. It's just as long as you get the game within the first like 2 months or so, you'll get the character. And that character, before I say who that is, let's just say the fact that he's that character and the fact that there are other characters people wanted left some people just less than happy. I've seen some people's interesting responses to the fact that so just to say who it is, character number 70, if you pre-order or again get the game within 2 months, is going to be technically it's 70, yeah. But if you don't get him, obviously you don't get him, so it's not 70 for you. But character number 70 is going to be Piranha Plant. Now, just to be clear, I am talking about the literal Piranha Plant in the Mario games, who's going to be the character.
Oh my god.
Now, this got revealed, and I gotta be honest, I saw this, and I lost it. I thought that was hilarious, because I can't imagine, like, I've seen online where people aren't even talking towards me, they're talking to each other, and people have been, like, basically ready to digitally stab each other over the fact that, like, no, Shadow's gotta be in the next game. No, it's gotta be Isaac. No, Gino. No, it's gotta be XXX character, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then, like, someone else is like, no, it's gotta be this character. And then everyone's just like, I'm gonna stab you, you son of a bitch. Like, how dare you? This is not my character.
Oh my
God.
God.
The fact that he put Piranha Plant in my opinion, is amazing. And to be fair, I have characters that I want in the game too. I wanted Sora, which are far shot from most, and other characters as well, and they didn't get in. But you know what? It's his game. I won't lose my mind over the fact that my character didn't get in because I think that's kind of dumb. And I'm excited, and I'm 100% getting Piranha Plant. 1, because I love Smash. 2, the Smash game looks amazing, and I want every character. And so I will be getting the game. And not only will I be getting the game to get Piranha Plant, I am pre-ordering the game. I don't know digitally yet or not, because digitally it would be convenient since I always have it ready and I don't need a cartridge. But at the same time, I was kind of looking forward to getting the Ultimate Edition with like the controller and stuff, but I might just get the game digitally and get the controller special separately. All right. So Piranha Plant, 70 character. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, that character alone might just get me to that tipping point where I buy a Switch, buy Super Smash Bros. Or whatever the fuck they're called, Ultimate Smash, whatever.
Well, then that alone
and just
proves that Sakurai might have made the right choice. Like, for people who think he didn't, he might have made the right choice.
And no. Oh no, let me expand on that too. It won't. Me buying the Switch and buying that game, like that game is going that character alone might get me to buy the Switch. Not the news that Steven Universe and OKKO is going to be sold on the Switch. No, not those games. Not Steven Universe. It's Piranha fucking Plant.
Yeah.
On Smash.
Oh yeah, you know it.
That's gonna get me to buy the Switch. Yeah, not Steven Universe where I like sell my soul for that show. Not that game. Piranha Plant. It's Piranha
Exactly.
Plant that's going to
You
get
get
me
it.
to buy the
You
Switch.
get it. Sakurai got it. That's why he made the decision. Alex, Piranha Plant, character number 70, pre-order DLC. What's your take? Go.
I think it's more of like a jokey character. Like, first of all, I don't really give a crap, and the idea that it's not really completed yet they showed so many footage of all its like attacks is really confusing. But I guess they're still in testing. I don't know how the other characters did, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. I'm interested in trying out how the character fights, but. Yeah, I feel like there could have been other characters that he could have put in that were much better suited, because we already have so many from the Mario franchise, and especially this enemy type, rather not being like a main character. Like, why not put like Shadow Mario as an Echo Fighter? Put in what else? Put in a Goomba, man. Put the
That's
Goomba.
just ridiculous. That's just too
Goomba?
far.
Alex,
You're going too
Alex,
far. You're going too
hurting
far.
my feelings.
That's too
Honestly,
crazy.
Bullet Bill.
you're hurting my feelings. Like, come on, Piranha
Bullet
Plant
Bill?
makes
Are you
sense.
out of your mind?
Bonanza Bill. The
You know-
paratroopers.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
How about put
The Bean people. Oh, Shy Guy definitely.
in
Shy Guy
there.
needs his own character.
I like
Get your bean
Yeah,
people out of
Shy
my
Guy
game.
people, the
Get
evil
them out of my
shrooms from
game.
Mario and Luigi Time, whatever it was called. Get them in there. Evil princess, whatever the mushroom lady was.
Got it. Okay.
You know what? Might as well just put like the actual pipes that Mario goes through
Exactly.
as characters. Just like,
Okay, so
The spike ball
like-
from Kirby.
oh dude, that'd be cool.
ooh,
Okay, so
you speak my language
unlike
now.
me, I guess Alex had a very different take on the Piranha Plant, but that's cool. All opinions are valid except the dumb ones. Asham, what's your take? Piranha Plant DLC, go.
So when I heard that Piranha Plant was going to be on it, I just imagined Sakurai and his team all gathered in their office and then being, we need to add a special limited character. Who should it be? And all the team members are like shouting out answers and whatnot. And then Sakurai is like, no, Piranha Plant. And that's how Piranha Plant was selected.
That's
But
fair.
I think it's a pretty... Oh, okay. So I think it's a valid choice, because Piranha Plant isn't going to be like unofficial, well, he's an official character, but he's not going to be like on the roster so that everyone can play him. He's like limited edition if you pre-order. And so I think that makes it kind of like not that important of a position to be in. And so I think it was a good choice to select Piranha Plant because of that, because of just being a special limited edition thing.
All right, fair enough. Emmy, go. Piranha Plant, it's character number 70 DLC.
Well, I mean, I already voiced my opinion.
Right, well, you can repeat. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, look. Ashram of all people know how much I love Steven Universe. I mean, all you guys know. And Ashram could really, bear witness of my love to Steven Universe. With that being said, Save the Light, which is the Steven Universe game on consoles, is coming out for the Switch.
and phones and
Yeah.
mobiles.
Well, Attack the Lights for mobiles, but yeah, you know,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. You're playing my arena, Aveeno. You can't.
all right, my bad. I mean, the game could go mobile if they wanted to. It's my point.
Anyway, with that being said, no, it's not that game that's going to get me to buy the Switch. It's going to be Piranha Plant, who's even a DLC. I can't even get Piranha Plant with the game. I have to buy it separately because it's like a DLC. And so, like, you know, that's going to be the character that gets me to get the Switch, you know?
Got it. So it told you you're getting a Switch. The pre-order's in. You're getting the Ultimate Smash Bros. Switch bundle already. I saw your order.
Exactly,
It's cool.
exactly.
And yeah. All right. So next thing, going off of the fact that like Asham and Alex had so clearly explained that there are other characters they think would be more fitting. Sakurai showed off some assist trophies. Now, I think the funny thing here is, so one of the, I think not just one, but several characters that were highly requested and showed up here as Smash trophies. I think most notable off the top of my head is Shadow. So we had a lot of assist trophies come out. So like Shadow's one of them. And then that still didn't cover all the characters. And Sakurai introduced a new, I guess a twist on the trophy system before, where you could collect trophies and Smash as collectibles and just, keep them on display in game. He introduced something called spirits. And so what spirits are, as he described them, it's going to be similar to how in Smash for 3DS and Wii U you could get equipment to level up your character stats, except spirits were just like characters that represented those, like instead of weapons, like in Smash for 3DS and Wii U, you have literal characters represented by an image. And so he showed off all these different characters that would be played as spirits, and on screen, spirits just look like stickers. But when you partner them up with one of your actual playable characters, it increases their stats. Gives them abilities, stuff like that, as like a stat boost, as an item basically. And so the thing here is he showed stickers, and I don't know if you guys had seen all the video because I watched the whole direct. The stickers he said explained was a way where they could bring a bunch of characters from a bunch of different franchises they couldn't bring into Smash. And you think he says this and you think he means like, oh, it's some characters here and there, but no, literally almost every single character almost ever requested highly for Smash showed up as a spirit. So in the spirits we saw Isaac, who was a high fan favorite, Gino, high fan favorite, Shadow was a high fan favorite, who else is there? There's gotta be other people. Okay, so he showed off a bunch of characters, even some characters that people didn't think were actually gonna come. Shantae from Shantae and Pirate's Curse, she's in the spirit. A bunch of people from Xenoblade, a bunch of people from a billion different games. Some games that I didn't think they would show were spirits, because apparently it's much easier to put them in as spirits. And even characters who have representation in the game are as spirits. And there's a lot of characters they showed off as spirits. And a lot of people, oh man, a lot of people were also pissed off at that, because they were like, you shitting me? Isaac, Gino, Shadow, they're spirits, not a fucking character? That's bullshit. And so I thought the spirit system is a cool system that makes it more interesting than the item system from the previous iteration. I thought the item system was kind of bullshit, and I didn't really care for it that much, even though it was implemented in some fun game types. I'm excited for the spirits. I think it's neat, and I think there's some cool characters in the spirits, like Shantae. Like, I was excited to see her. I was like, oh, neat, Shantae's in the game technically. Not really, but, loopholes, I guess. And so I thought that was neat. And I'm looking forward to spirits and using the spirit system and in the ways they showed, like leveling up your character, fighting spirits technically, because they take over playable characters. And I'm looking forward to spirits. That's my take. Alex, go, spirits.
Spirits. Yeah, it's kind of very similar to the what's it called? The last game's kind of equipment kind of status stuff. How I feel about them including all the characters that were requested? Well, a lot of them were already in there. A lot of them were taken out, which is really confusing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see any big difference in that. Although it is beneficial, that kind of helping stuff. I don't know how that affects it in competitively. I don't remember if they said that this would help you competitively. But as far as in the game, I feel like it would. I mean, you can customize your character like I don't know what specifically like they'll attribute because I remember in the old game it was like strength, defense, and speed.
Yeah, I think
believe. I
as
don't
far as
know.
what I remember, I think they can go to that, or they can also have like stat related boosts that are relative to like elements and special abilities. But I think the
Hmm.
majority of them are
Oh
like
wait,
strength and shit like that.
I think they also did that in the previous one. It was like you get a sticker book with limited amount of like space you could put stickers on in order to boost yourself. I
Oh,
think that was
okay,
part.
then maybe I don't remember too well. Not my favorite Smash in any way, even though I have it on both the Wii U and the 3DS.
Yeah, damn. But I think it was part of it. But yeah, I don't know. This is another thing that really doesn't matter. I'm just I'm more hyped for the probably the next thing we'll talk about. But but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I guess it gives meaning to the next part. I guess too.
Okay, good, good. All right, Asham Spirits, go.
I think they're pretty good. I think
All
they're
right.
like a consolidation prize, but
Okay.
you know, they're there. All the characters that people
They're
wanted are
there.
there. They're there.
Something.
Yep, something.
All right, solid, solid. That's fair. Emmy, Spirits, go.
Spirits in my hair. You know, every time you guys said spirits, I just kept thinking of that song. Like,
I don't know that song, but okay.
Asham, you know that song? I can't. Like, it's like, got spirits in my head. Some shit like that.
I don't.
Oh wait, is it the one that goes? I got spirits in my head and
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
stop.
yeah, yeah.
Na,
There
na,
you go.
na. Okay, I don't actually know that song. I just
Well,
know that
yeah,
part.
that's like the,
so
the more
it goes nowhere.
famous. But
Okay,
that's
fair
my
enough.
plug.
Got it. All right. Next step. So when they introduced spirits, they also talked about how the spirits work in the relative story of the game, and he talked about how in Melee and Brawl, the characters were being turned into their original trophy cells by an evil force, and how they were in this new game. He explains how the trophy characters are in trophies and they have these evil forms because they're strong souls or whatever, some shit like that, and how these spirits are characters who have already lost their souls and been turned into spirits who are aimless and lost in the world. So he explains that the spirits have been like these weak spirits. The spirits are these weak souls that have been kind of destroyed and need saving, and the characters that we play as are these strong ones that have become these trophies when they get taken down. And they showed up trailer for what they call, I believe, this. I forget what the name of the story mode is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you guys know this name of the story
Isn't it
mode?
the World of Light or something?
Yeah, World of Light.
Yes, yes, correct. Thank you. World of Light. So they showed off a cutscene and they showed off some gameplay. Now, I think it deserves its own talk because I think there's a lot to talk about in the little
Oh my
cutscene.
god, yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
because the cutscene I thought was fantastic. Okay, so the cutscene shows. Yeah, okay. So the cutscene shows everyone, all the players, all the characters standing there, and I believe it is who takes the lead in the talking. Was it Roy?
No, I don't think so. I think it was.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers for the cutscene because we're definitely gonna talk about it right now.
It was Marth, wasn't it?
Oh, I meant for the people listening,
Yeah.
not you. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
Marth.
yeah. You're right. It was Marth. Right. So Marth talks about something's coming and they need to fight it off together, and they all look to see basically an endless spawning supply of the Master Hand and Crazy Hands from previous games as bosses. So
Ooh, I think I can explain this part too, but I have very little knowledge of it, so you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. But it has to do with that whole like what the enemies are and stuff. But if you want to finish first before I get into that,
So yeah, I'll give like a general consensus, then you can go into detail. But so basically, Mart sees a bunch of endless waves of these hands coming at them. They're all ready to fight, and then there's this being in the center who kind of is similar looking to the final boss, who I forget his name in the end of Brawl for the Wii. The like translucent kind of digital being. I don't remember his name, but it looks like that, but he's covered in wings and he's in the middle. Then the guy from Xenoblade, I believe, the
Yes.
Shulk from Xenoblade. Yes, okay, thank you. Actually, that was good. He sees a prediction where he sees the entity in the middle shooting off these lasers, which are similar to the arrows from Brawl that turn them into statues. but he firing him at their army of playable Smash characters, and he realizes that, and he gives a face of concern as if like they're gonna lose. So then he turns and looks at the other players, and they're like let's fight, and then the monster in the middle just basically goes God mode. He shoots off the arrows, and then we proceed to see for the next, I want to say, like 30 seconds. I think it is the greatest slaughtering of fan favorite characters I've ever seen in my entire life. Infinity War looks like bitch shit compared to this, because these arrows, there's a billion arrow shootout, and almost every single character you've ever loved in the history of Smash proceeds to get obliterated. And guess what? They get obliterated in the ways that they perform the best. So it shows all the characters. So first you have some serious characters like Bayonetta and Cloud and shit who are fighting the arrows and, trying to fight, and they just get decimated. The arrows just hit them and they disappear. They basically get incinerated. Then you have some characters like Sonic and Pikachu. Pikachu's running his little fat heart out, and Sonic is standing right beside him helping Pikachu, and they just get blasted with the arrows like immediately. You see, my favorite is it cuts to a really brief second where you see a cardboard box on the ground, and it just gets decimated because Solid Snake is in there. I think you see what's the dude from Pikmin, someone else, and the Wii Fit trainer, and Wii Fit trainer does her little Wii Fit pose, and the laser just blasts her, just mercilessly slaughtering her. You see every single character.
Not every single character, though.
You see, not every single, I'll get to that, but you see everyone you love basically get just destroyed, and some of them is funny, but some of them is sad because like Pikachu and Sonic were running for their lives. Like there was no humor there.
Sonic tried to save Pikachu. Like, he did his best. He was like trying to reach out.
Yeah, Pikachu was screwed from day one because Sonic was going easy, but Pikachu was running his little fat heart out, and he got destroyed. No, I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying Pikachu OG was fat, and that's how he is. I don't want to deny it. I want to accept it and move on with it. But he was running his little heart out, and he got destroyed. Samus got destroyed. Everyone, you just see everyone get lasered, basically like bodied by this laser, and just get decimated. And then it zooms into our man. You also see some of the spirits as statues get decimated. So after you watch every single character you've ever loved almost every single character get bodied by these lasers, basically murdering them, and your soul gets crushed. You see our last little guy, Kirby, on his little star, just booking it at Mach speed. This little pink ball is just booking it, like trying to get out there alive, and he gets bodied by a laser. But it's like all a deception because he gets out and he's booking it away even faster now, trying to get away from 20 lasers are chasing him, and he's running and he gets away. But he gets away and he lands into like this decimated field of like a bunch of different lands, and he's all alone now. And like it stops there, like the animation part stops there because it's really sad. And it's just sad because you just watched every single character you probably hoped for and dreamed for get bodied before Kirby's all alone by himself, just like, he's sad, but he's still a cute pink ball, and like that's awesome. But oh man, it was insane. Like and then it shows off gameplay, and we'll talk about it in the next one, just because I want to separate the gameplay and the animation, because I think animation is worth talking about. So yeah, Alex, I'll give it to you. But before I say that, I was so sad.
I was so sad too.
I was kind of sad because, granted, I'm happy. I was so sad when Yoshi got bodied. I was like, no, Yoshi, no. I was like on the verge of like fake tears. I was like, no. But to be fair, my two favorites, Yoshi and Kirby. Kirby lived, so in honor of Kirby's survival and the hero that he is, he's the best. He's it's undisputable. He's 100% the best. Legitimately, he's the best character, strongest realistically out of all the characters in Smash. But in honor of Kirby and his journey, I've changed my Switch logo, and I will until I beat Smash to Kirby on the star, which also, fun fact, is the same amiibo I have, and I'm looking at right now. It's just Kirby smiling on his little star. It's adorable. But yeah, so Kirby got bodied. Kirby didn't get bodied. He escaped, but everyone got bodied. If you haven't seen the trailer or the video, watch it, because it is a fantastic video. Like, just outside of liking Smash, it's an awesome video. It's badass. Like, legitimately, I think it's crazy cool, and I think everyone should watch it. So yeah. I should transition it. Alex, you want to talk about the video?
First, I want to do say a little things before I get into like the main thing I'm going to talk about. Like, one was what made me laugh the most was Snake, but it was also the Splatoon kids that are just shooting paint on the ground, not really doing anything.
No, that was so. I thought that was so sad. So, just like Alex said, the Splatoon kids were shooting paint, but I felt so sad because like they were trying to escape. Like everyone's getting bodied, and the Splatoon kids, if you don't know, when they can turn into octopuses and go into paint. So their plan was to go into the paint to hide, and you see them do that. Like you think, oh, they're gonna get hit before they put the paint. No, they put the paint down, they jump, and then bam, the laser just bodies them and the paint. Listen to that. The laser bodies the paint. A paint isn't a human being, but the laser bodies it, just crushes the paint. So even if they escaped, they're dead as shit. Oh my god. The Splatoon, I felt so bad because I was like, oh my god, they were just trying to run away. They couldn't get away. Oh, I was so sad. The snake thing, I lost it on the snake thing because like I was just like, dude. Because the best part is if you haven't seen it yet, and Emmy, this is for you too. It's not like everyone else who's like frantically fighting and running. It's literally cuts like it goes from like someone fighting and someone like dancing and running to just literally a still. Basically, it could have been an image of a box just lying there, and then the laser just goes and just comes and takes it away. Oh man! All right, sorry. Go continue, Alex.
Oh, and then also after all of the Smash games, we finally get the lyrics to the ultimate one. Like, I don't know if you know, but you know how people make fun of Super Smash Bros. Brawl because nobody can guess what those lyrics are saying? And
I did not know that, but that makes sense.
And they just make their own lyrics for it, and it just sounds hilarious. But I think this is the first one that actually has lyrics to the introductory song, which I thought was awesome because the lyrics were amazing. I love it. I love the singing that was also in that
just quick
animation.
update. The person who announced this, like, let's get ready to fight, we're all in this together, it's Fox McCloud, my boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not watching the trailer or anything, just to clarify. Sorry, continue.
Okay. And then for the main thing I was talking about, that whole, like, what the enemy is. Yes, I think what you were talking about is from the last adventure mode that, I don't know if you mentioned this, but that's what I was thinking about. In the last adventure mode, I forget what it was called. It was the Grand Space Odyssey or something like that.
You saying that now made me forget what it was. Fuck, I knew it until you said that. Until you said the wrong thing, now body. I don't know it.
But yeah, well, everyone gets the idea. The adventure mode from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and the bad guy in that, the main bad guy was this Celestial Beam. I don't remember the name of the guy because
Emissary.
Space Emissary. Okay, but the main guy, what's it called? I think I'm piecing this together because I don't really remember because I remember watching a video about this, but
I forgot about Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, this dumb mother. Sorry, I'm watching the trailer. I couldn't help it. Captain Falcon remember this is like after Bowser like Fire Blast and he just gets decimated. After Zelda does her shield and she gets decimated. Captain Falcon's is not him running or anything. He jumps to get into his Falcon Zero ship, and when he's in the middle of the air jumping in the ship, you just go boom, and the laser just bodies him and takes him away. Sorry, continue. I lost it there.
So I think ever since, well, I guess you can go back from the original Smash Brothers to see who the villain is. The villain is always, well, in the classic mode, it's always been Master Hand. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but in the intro scene to the first ever Smash Brothers, it's seen as it's in a bedroom and Mario's being picked up, or I think he would transition from character, but they would drop it on the desk. Like, it was just a doll or something. And that kind of scene portrayed, or people kind of started thinking about it and saying, oh, we're Master Hand, or whoever the character was playing with the doll. Because in the end, you got to remember, they're all action figures or figurines. So technically, Master Hand would be the one who's been playing with the figurines if it was like a little kid. So people have been saying, oh, as the person grew up, the Master Hand continued to become the enemy because it was forcing the characters to fight, kind of like that. And I think in the newer versions, which is like the Wii U and the 3DS, they introduced, I can't forget, they introduced another
Crazy
hand called the Chaos Hand. I'm not sure what it was called. The Crazy Hand. I'm not sure where that comes from, but if they introduce
Probably just
that,
it's probably like the little brother or sister who just doesn't understand and just goes wild with it.
probably. But this is where it gets interesting. So after you defeat Master Hand and Crazy Hand in combat, they turn into this shadow form that has a kind of core in the middle, and what that core is called, it's called the Smash Core. And I think that's what that is in the center of the whole thing, and it's controlling all the other Master Hands because technically that's what has the power. So all the Master Hands and Crazy Hands that are coming out, I want to specify, or not specify, but put out a wild theory out there saying that we are the Master Hands and Crazy Hands because we're technically forcing these fighters to fight in a sense.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory. I definitely agree with the Master Hand theory. Like, we are the Master Hands because like the hands are supposed to represent the kids playing with imagination. And I think Sakurai's talked about that before, but that's I didn't think about it to that level, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think about it in that level either.
Every time you say Sakura, I just think of Naruto. I'm just like, what? Like, what? Every time you say that name, I'm like, what's
Second
this
or third
bitch
worst
have to
character
do
in that
anything with
series, for sure.
Smash? Oh wait, then little sidetrack. What would be your first or second worst character?
No. All right, we'll save that for after because I cannot get into my most hated character without going on at least like a rant. Like, this is the thing, I can't. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not talking about that little bitch. All right, Asham.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't need another 4 hours for this podcast.
I had to say that. Remind me of that because
right,
I just always think of her every time you say that name.
Fair enough. Just to quickly clarify, it's number 1 Sasuke, number 2 it's tied between Karin and Sakura. Although Sakura is definitely probably more winning because she sucks more. Karin is a girl that joined Sasuke's like solo group later on in the series, near the middle to end of Shippuden, after a bunch of stuff happens that I can't say because it'd be spoilers. But sorry, going back to the main thing, not to get distracted. Asham, Spirits Cinematic, go.
I really liked it, but I also have a kind of like a theory about Snake. So as we see in the video, there's like a box, right?
It's famous.
And so, do you think the possibility exists that like Snake put that box there, but then he hid somewhere else, making it seem that he got hit, but in fact he didn't get hit?
That is an interesting theory, and I think I see where you're coming from.
Another box.
I just don't think that's the case. I think.
Look.
I think because I think these lasers body these fools. Like some of these guys are way. Like Falco tried to get away in a ship. He was using high level aerial maneuvers and he didn't get away. I don't think hiding in a separate box would save him.
I don't think you understand the strength, the superiority, the validity of the
ingenuity,
the strength, the human of the box. I don't think you appreciate enough Metal Gear Solid to know the cleverness and just the sophisticatedness of Snake's box. It is so powerful that it bypasses. It defeats. Do you know what Metal Gear is? It defeats that.
No, I don't.
Okay, Metal Gear is this like superpower, like mech weapon invented by Russians or some shit. Like, I don't know. The story goes on, but the box alone can defeat it. Like, the box can't. Metal Gear can't even detect Snake in the box. It just thinks it's a box, and then boom, you're safe. So.
All right, fair enough.
Falco, like last minute put out his ship. It wasn't like because I think Snake, like he had time to like, okay, I'm gonna hide in my box. But Falco legit was like, you know what? They're sending it out. I need to like go and find my ship. I need to like get in there. I need to start the exit. I need to go.
That's too much. That's why he died or whatever.
It's a process.
The ship flew by and he jumped in.
Fox, then.
Look,
you know what? No, you know what? Give me 30 seconds,
Look,
I'll find out.
Ashton has a point. Like, that was too many steps, whatever. Like, that's why he got obliterated or whatever. Mind you, I never seen the video, but I already know that Snake survived because of that box. Has got him through years, decades of mental trauma, and like that's his like best friend. Like that's
exactly.
Like,
his best friend saved his life
Look,
in that moment. That's why we don't see him. We see his box instead.
And that's why Snake has like issues and stuff, but he could always rely on his box. And like I know we always make fun of like, oh, if you live in a box and like you're shit or whatever. But no, Snake, if he lives in a box, nah, he's golden. He,
you know what?
Survived that.
Now the box lives in him.
Exactly.
No, Alex,
No,
you missed the
I
video.
know,
The
I
box
meant
got
in his
bodied
heart.
by a goddamn eternal laser. No, because the laser went into his heart and bodied the box. You clearly, these lasers transcend all logical sense. The only person who was able to survive, except for apparently Snake, because of the whole box theory, is Kirby. Kirby is basically, if we had to classify his power, he's a god compared to these scrubs.
That's true.
The rest of the scrubs in Smash.
He's got that warp
Kirby,
stuff.
Yeah,
he's got the warp speed. He eats celestial beings on the daily.
Yep.
Dude turns into a bunch of pocket of stars. Like he rides a star. Like
Aliens.
Kirby for sure
Right?
survived.
Exactly.
Second to that is I will put all my money on Snake. Like he survived. Like, excuse me, that box. Oh my god! Once you played a Metal Gear Solid game in its entirety,
if he survives, he's the smartest.
Exactly. Like
he's the smartest.
Once you play a Metal Gear Solid game in its entirety, you cannot live without the box. Like that's crucial.
Alright, fair enough.
I'm just telling you, like Snake's okay.
I will get back to you then after I finish the Metal Gear Solid game, and I'll get back to you on the pure just animosity of this box.
Like he could turn into any. He turns any normal cardboard box into just a weapon of just mass destruction. Is like a weapon of like the greatest like defense mechanism ever. Like he's a unmovable object, that box. Like it's the greatest defense you could ever have in a game.
Alright, I got that. I get it now. You really sold me on the box.
I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, No,
I understand.
Right. I was just trying to warn you.
You really sold me.
All right,
that's
cool.
fair. That's fair. No, I'll be looking out for Snake then when it comes time. But
yeah.
All right. So that was So we all have interesting theories, I guess, for the oh shit. Oh yeah, the Pokemon got decimated too. Lucario teleports and he gets decimated still, and Greninja dodges too and he gets decimated. Dude, the freaking goddess from the Pit games, she gets decimated. That's the saddest part because she's a goddess, like literal goddess. But anyways,
she didn't
the
have
other
that
part
box.
of the trailer was showing off. Well, yeah,
she didn't have the box.
That's
Yeah,
she had a wall, which is only 1/6 of a box.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can't make.
But yeah, so the other part of the trailer showed off the gameplay of this, and I think, ironically enough, this is probably the shorter segment of the both related to World of Light, and it shows the gameplay as what looks like a similar, just like a simple map layout where you go from level to level, similar to how all the Smash games have been, except for Subspace Emissary, where you just fight one battle after one battle. Except in this one, the idea is that each battle you're going to on this kind of freely designed map, you go from battle to battle. The characters that you fight are supposed to be the characters that got destroyed by the lights, by the arrows, controlled by evil spirits. So the spirits that we talked about earlier apparently take over these soulless bodies of our deceased heroes, or not deceased, but soulless heroes, and then we have to fight them to, I guess, save them and save the whole world, I guess. As I assume the game is gonna, based on the story, they're gonna make you start as Kirby, but as you save more of your friends from the spirits, you get to play as more characters, similar to how you could have multiple playable characters in each level of Subspace Emissary. So yeah, I think that's pretty neat. Not much to talk about there in my opinion, but I think it's gonna be cool, and it's like, I know some people might be sad because they like the Subspace Emissary story mode esque style of like side scrolling, but to be fair, this is more this is a much more like this feels like a much more modern and improvised take on the original like smashes for the N64 and Brawl and Melee, where you're just literally going where they usually had that little line, and you would go from one dot on the line to the next, and you just keep fighting until there's like one big boss battle. So I'm cool with this. I like it. I think the cinematic is dope, and I think gameplay is gonna be kind of fun, and it's a good way to it's a much cleaner way to give story to it. And speaking of which, this is also in the game. In these cutscenes, you also see other spirits like characters from everyone's favorite Sonic game, Sonic 06, Silver. You see Lapras
That's an
and
opinion.
a bunch of other characters from a bunch of franchises that aren't in the game. So like, yeah, it was crazy. A lot of the spirits that you see, like, yeah, you see Arms characters, you see some Metal Gear characters outside of Snake represented in these spirits, like some of the commanders and generals and shit, and a lot of characters show up in these spirits, and basically showing you how accurate Sakurai was when he said that spirits will allow them to implement characters who aren't able to be in the game, because they just kind of went. It seems like they literally just picked every franchise that's tied to the game and just try to grab as many characters as they could from them to put in the spirits. But yeah, I think the gameplay looks cool. Not much to talk about in my opinion, but it's gonna be fun, and I look forward to beating it. Alex, gameplay, World of Light, go.
I mean, yeah, going back to what you said, it's I kind of like the side-scrolling of Subspace Emissary, but I also have to agree that in this case, it's more modern, it's more classic, it's more simpler in the sense where it's more like just doing challenges. That's what it feels like. And I think that's cool. I mean, looking at some of the gameplay footage on some of the challenges, I think it'd be pretty fun. It'd be kind of challenging at first, but as you keep playing the game, you'll probably get better and better with the characters. So it's also a good way to kind of practice your skills.
All right, sounds good. Asham.
I'm gonna have to agree with Alex on that too. Just like everything he said, I agree with.
All right,
Nice.
good, good.
There's
Short
nothing more
and
to
simple.
add.
No, solid. Emmy, go.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
All right, solid. That was good input. So I guess it comes back to me.
No, wait.
So
what,
the next
what
thing,
was the
and
question?
it's
No,
not
no,
that important. Don't worry
I
about it.
I need to know.
All right, it was about the actual gameplay of the story mode they showed off. We talked about the video earlier, but the actual gameplay is what we're talking about now.
I have something.
All right, go for it. What's your take on this? What's
I
the hot
never
scoop?
see, mind you, I never seen any footage. So, ditto on what Asham and Alex said.
Got it. All right, solid. Thanks for giving that dramatic pause. By the way, that was really good.
I got.
All right, so the next thing. Yeah, no, of course you do. Sure, whatever. So the next thing another big thing Sakurai mentioned was he mentioned the DLC schedule for the game, and he said that they want to do they're doing something similar to what they did with the packaging of the DLC for Smash for the Wii U and 3DS, and that they're going to be packaging. If you want to buy characters individually, you can buy them as a set. So each character will come with one stage and one music track, if I remember correctly, that you could buy if you don't want to buy all the characters, or you could buy the fighter pass and get all the characters, which is a total of 5 that he talked about they were going to be making. By basically securing all 5 if you buy the fighter pass. And he mentioned that because people wanted, I believe his name is Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. While they couldn't get him in the game, they wanted to give people some chance to at least emulate him. So if you get the fighter pass, you get a free Mii outfit for Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So he talked about the 5 DLC characters. He didn't talk about who was going to beat them. He said they were planning to start. They haven't started working on them, but they will soon. Obviously, I think they've already been planned out and they know who it's going to be, but they don't want to talk about it yet. I don't really. I mean, there's not much to say because we don't know much. Except, I I think DLC is still pretty pricey for the game, even though I'm gonna get it. And I know they did DLC for Brawl for the 3DS and Wii U, which was, Cloud, Bayonetta, a few other characters. And I didn't get that just because I didn't play the Wii U version enough, and I wasn't gonna get 3DS because I prefer the console version more. But I wanted to. So I think with this game, since it's gonna be on the Switch, and I'm definitely gonna be playing it heavily, I'm gonna be getting the fighter pass, and I look forward to the 5 characters. And I hope that. I mean, I don't even know what to say about characters. I think 5 characters is a decent amount. I think there's a lot of characters that, again, people have wanted and now are complaining about even more since Piranha Plant got added. But I look forward to seeing who they come, and I hope we get. I don't know. I was gonna say a character, but I don't know. A lot of characters, Sora would be cool, but I think he's far off. He's way down on the list of characters people deserve. Rumors of the Microsoft characters, whether it be Banjo Kazooie, whether it be Steve, because that was a thing at one point, whether it be some other Minecraft character, give me the Xbox logo as a fighting character, that'd be cool. I don't know, but 5 DLCs. I think it's $25 for the Fighters Pass. It's steep, but I've been saving up money for this game, and I'm probably gonna get it. Alex, you go.
All right, so DLC again, very pricey. I don't know if I'll get it, but I guess it depends on who the fighters are. Also, I think he mentioned that he'll let us know who the fighters are before he releases the fighter pass, so that's also a good thing. But it really just does depend on like who they're adding. And like if it's characters that I don't really know, if I don't play their game franchise, then that'll probably be a no-go. But if it's like people that I really like maybe if they do decide to put in like Shadow, then maybe I'll get the character because I like Shadow. I like that whole introduction to Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2. Like one of my favorite games. Screw everybody who hates on it because it was definitely one of the best original classic Sonic, not classic, that kind of Sonic game. It was really awesome. But what else is it? The stage. The stages. I think it's cool to get a new stage and disc. But what makes me think that with the new stages, it makes me think that these characters are unrelated to any other franchise because there already exists a lot of stages for the current franchises. So it just makes me think they'll try to get as original with the new characters as possible, or at least try to get it from the end. That's not as close. Like we're not gonna have a repeat of Piranha Plant, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So, yeah, that sounds good. Asham.
I guess the same as what Alex said, but I may get the DLC. I think there's like a 80% chance I'm gonna get it. I'm still like checking out how much I have to spend. As for the fighter pass, I'm for sure gonna get that because
the fighter pass is the DLC.
I thought it was...
Just to clarify. The fighter pass is the collection. If you get the fighter pass, it's like the season pass where you get all the DLC, or you can get the DLC individually.
Okay, then I'm getting DLC individually then, not the whole thing, because depending again on like what characters are gonna be released.
Sounds good. Emmy, go DLC. All right, thank you, Emmy.
Yeah.
So next section.
Do you hear me?
No, it was dead silent. Are you there?
Yeah.
You okay?
Do you hear me?
Do you not? Do you really hate the fighter pass that much?
Can you hear me like now? Okay.
Yes.
I think there's a lag. I don't know. I have a few points. Okay.
Long lag.
What? No, I said yeah. I said I might have
Go ahead.
Anyway. No, that's not fair. I have a few points. Okay, first point. I'm late to the game. Asham, you have a Switch or getting a Switch?
Gonna get one.
Okay.
Okay, actually, that's a good question because I was gonna ask the same thing. And when you do, you should add me. Just FYI.
Yeah, don't.
No, yeah, I'm planning to get it, but I'm planning.
It's okay. You don't have to add Alex to add me. You can.
She
add
still
me
hasn't added me on PSN.
That's true. I've been meaning to add you too. I was gonna ask you.
Wait.
Friend.
Asham, don't add him yet. Add me first, so then I can rub it in his face.
To be determined. Anyway,
Okay.
so I was gonna get the Switch, but I was gonna get the bundle. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's-
the Smash bundle?
those were my plans.
Ooh,
Alright.
nice. That looks cool as hell.
That's cool. Thank you for answering my first point. Second point is I forgot to mention it in the first the Overwatch segment that we had.
Like 2 hours ago?
They have Legos. Yeah, I forgot. They have Legos for Overwatch.
Yes. Oh,
Holy
sorry. Quick
Like, I'm gonna get
quick note
that.
then. That's actually a good point you brought that up. Overwatch has rolled out a lot of merchandise for Blizzard has rolled out a lot of merchandise for Overwatch really recently. So just I'm gonna highlight them all and then that's it. They're making a toy Genji sword. They're making a hovering little
Yes.
electronic robotic snowball, May's little robot pet. They're making Lucio's, a real
Yes.
cereal. And so, just for reference, I'm going to be getting all of those,
Yes.
and I'm going to drown myself in Lucio's. Sorry, continue.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'll get all those plus the Legos, the Bastion Lego. Oh my god, super cute, super cute. Anyway, that was my second point. Third point is, yes, yeah, ditto on whatever you guys were saying.
All right, cool, solid. Thank you for your input. Interestingly, how long it is, considering you don't know it, you don't care to add anything about the game. But all right, next thing before we get into our lightning round. So now that we have all 69 or 70, depending on what your plan is for Piranha Plant, we have 70 characters announced for the game. Majority of them characters coming back from older games, but still a good amount of new characters. Overall, how do you feel about the characters that we're all getting and the ones that were added? Me personally, I have no personal connection to a lot of them. King K. King K. Rool wasn't someone I was familiar with. Ridley was cool, but I wasn't actually that familiar with him. Besides his appearances in Smash before, Incineroar, don't give a shit. Well, he's cool, but I don't care about him that much. Ken, don't care that much. Isabelle, I didn't care that much, I'll be honest. And then people just started losing their shit over her addition. And I just started seeing these amazing, and look them up if you have the time, Smash memes about Isabelle, where it's everyone being super violent, and then Isabelle's just 10 times worse because she looks so adorable as a dog. And I think it's awesome. And I think just to mess with people, I'm gonna be playing Isabelle a decent amount because, to be fair, they showed her off in the last direct, and her skill set, her ability is actually pretty crazy good. There's some good shit there. So Isabelle is definitely a character I'm gonna be playing more. I'm gonna get her amiibo. I'm gonna piss people off playing as her. I think she's adorable. Overall, I'm really looking forward to it. And to be honest, I missed out on Animal Crossing on the 3DS, which I heard great things about. But I'm gonna be getting it now because Isabelle convinced me being in Smash. So overall, 70 characters. I love them. All my OGs are back, and I'm excited. Alex, go.
All right. Well, first of all, yeah, I wasn't too happy about Isabelle because, first of all, Villager. Well, let's see. I don't know. They don't strike me as not important. I know the Animal Crossing fan base is huge. I've never played Animal Crossing. Don't think I will because it kind of reminds me of My Sims, which was a little DS version, which was exactly just like Animal Crossing, except that they're all humans. I did some research into this. It turns out My Sims did copy Animal Crossing, but that's besides the point. As far as the new characters, yeah, I really don't. It doesn't really bother me that they've been added. The only thing that bothers me is that the potential that how much more they could have added. But at this point, it's fair not to get greedy because we're already getting a lot. So, and that's just a big applause to Sakurai because he did a lot.
This isn't these characters, whether you like them or not. It doesn't mean it's not like he was slacking to make these. It still took effort. Something to add real quick. One, I'm glad to know that you're probably one of those people I'm gonna piss off playing Isabelle. Two, I actually got the Ridley amiibo and Cloud amiibo because I didn't get to play them before, and I'm excited to play them. All right, that's all I wanted to say. I'm excited. Ridley amiibo coming in December. I'm excited to get it. Asham, characters, go.
Okay, so what I'm most excited about is definitely the Castlevania characters because I feel like it's finally their moment to shine, and it's a good time for them to be like in a game because of the whole series showing up on Netflix in the new season. And I'm also kind of surprised with Animal Crossing being chosen to be in the game. But I think out of all of them, I'm most surprised that they chose Bayonetta. Because she wasn't someone I was expecting to be in the game, but she showed up. And I'm surprised, but I'm happy about it. Because she's one of my favorite characters.
Fair enough.
And
sorry. Go ahead.
okay. And I was looking through the designs of the characters, and I'm really glad that for Link, or at least for the characters for Legend of Zelda, the older ones, Link and Zelda, their designs are going to be based off Breath of Wild, the recent game that came out on the Nintendo Switch. So that's pretty cool for me. And what else? There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, I kind of feel a little weird that there's so many Fire Emblem characters. Like, there's a lot. And
there is.
Like, I'm like, okay, I understand with, like, Mario, because, like, that's, like, Nintendo's thing to, like, put all Super Mario characters there. Not all, but, like, a good chunk of them. But Fire Emblem was a surprising selection. Like, they put in Corrin, they put in Robin, and I'm like, I don't know if that was the best selection for them, but I'm still pretty happy with it because I like Fire Emblem. So,
All right,
that's
cool.
what I have to say.
Fun fact, just for people who don't know, in the Smash for Wii U and 3DS iterations, there was a lot of outcry about Cloud and Bayonetta specifically because, well, people had no problem. A lot of people didn't have problems with the fact that they were added. They were known as bullshit insanely overpowered, and the fact that people would say that you could just destroy with Bayonetta because she was so overpowered and unbalanced compared to everyone else. She was legitimately OP, and I saw a lot of complaints about that in Smash for Wii U and 3DS. I can't confirm from playing by myself, but you can easily find, if you look online, people just losing their shit because they were going on about how they made Bayonetta too powerful. She just beats ass like nobody's business. It's crazy. Either way, though, I didn't play them on that, and I'm excited to play them now.
That's happy. Me too. Oh, that I also forgot to say. Cloud. Cloud is in Smash, and that makes me even happier because I am equally as happy that Cloud is in it as I am with Castlevania characters.
All right, awesome. All right, next, Emmy. 70 characters, or 69 characters, go.
79.
All right, solid.
Anyway.
Good job. Thank you, Emmy.
No.
Sorry, continue.
One more. To quote a famous sniper. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. That was good input. Good input. I appreciate that. All right.
Alex, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah.
There we go. We got it.
All right.
There it is, boys. Wrap it up.
No, now we have the lightning round.
No, wrap
Well,
it
that's
up.
the lightning round.
Come
The
on.
lightning round is gonna be real fast because we've been going for a long time. It's fair enough.
All right, let's
Sorry,
do this.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
7.
sorry. You're
My
really
answer is
busy.
7.
We're keeping you. We'll make sure to get you out of here soon. All right, the lightning round.
I'm just playing.
The lightning round is going to be real quick. We're looking for short responses on these questions that I'm going to pose. Most of them regarding Smash, but if I think of some non-Smash related ones, I'll let you know. And so I'm going to go around in a circle. I'll call you out. You give your answer. Try to keep it short. Try to keep it sweet and simple. If you went to high school in my area, remember, keep it simple, stupid. So the first question. Piranha Plant in the video has been shown to have feet. What's your opinion? Mine? I think it's fucking amazing. Alex.
Oh yeah, I think it's good. You remember
Solid.
Pea Plant?
Asham.
It's good.
It's good.
Emmy.
Approved.
Look, I'm already buying the Switch because of Piranha
Got it. All right,
Plant.
back to
You
me.
know my
Next question. Which character do you think is gonna piss the most people off? Not just from who they are, but how they play. Mine, Piranha Plant, 100%. I think it's gonna be super powerful and super good, and people are gonna lose their shit and dick about it. Alex.
Shit.
I didn't know shit was a character.
It's a DLC.
All right, Asham,
Alright,
go.
next person. Let's go.
I'm tied between Incineroar and Isabel.
Got it. Emmy, go.
All of them.
All right, thank you.
Piranha
Got it.
the villagers.
All right, good,
Them.
good, go. All right, so next one. Top 3 characters you would like to show in the game if you could choose the next 3 characters to be added. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Megan from Drake and Josh with the ultimate summoning Drake and Josh, and I'm gonna go with SpongeBob. Alex,
Wait,
next.
what?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Definitely Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's put some Geno in there, and you know what? Let's give some pity. Waluigi.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, fair enough. I'm gonna go back. Screw SpongeBob. I'm gonna give a vote for Waluigi as well. Boy needs some love. Asham, your turn. Go.
Let's see. I would have to say definitely Shadow. The other guy from Mario, the purple one.
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Wait, I'm confusing them with Wario. Okay.
Wario's in the game.
Yeah, I know he's in the game, but
Wario's been in this
okay.
as well.
So Waluigi, Shadow, and Silver.
Oh God. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I like Silver.
Emmy, go.
All right, I got you. Okay, Shy Guy. Shout out to Shy Guy. Ghostface, cause why not?
Who the shit is Ghostface?
You know Ghostface.
No, I don't. That's why I asked you. Who's Ghostface?
From Studio Ghibli. Which one is
Studio
he from?
Ghibli.
Oh.
Ghibli. You know what I mean.
Emmy, when you left in that last question, did you go and get shit-faced? Is that what happened? Did you leave to get shit-faced?
No.
Okay, fine. Studio. All right.
You know, I
You have.
have a hard
All right,
time
you have Shy
pronouncing
Guy.
it.
You have Studio Ghibli. What's the third one?
I had it in my. You made me forget. Okay, it was either.
Gertrude. I
Well,
think it was
of
Gertrude.
course-
Or
Of
what's
course,
her name?
Gertrude. Gladys. Her name's Gladys, by the way. Don't
Its
even
name.
There you go.
disrespect
Sorry.
her. But not even that. It was. Oh, I remember. It was the platelets
Oh,
From-
that's a good one.
cells at
That's
work.
adorable.
Because no, because they won't fight, but they will kill with their cuteness,
Fair enough.
and they will.
Okay.
Oh, but a substitute for Ghostface would be the box like from Metal Gear.
Damn it, I was gonna
Solid,
say
so, like,
that.
the actual
I
box,
was actually thinking about saying that. God damn it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
or the exclamation mark that happens when like you alert.
Oh,
Got it.
yes.
Got it.
That one's powerful.
The what?
You know the
question mark block for Mark.
the exclamation mark. I said exclamation mark, right?
All right.
Yeah, I know, but I said
So
question
okay,
mark.
so
Continue.
that was that. I'm surprised I had the stupidest answer with Megan from Drake and Josh, even though Emmy literally could have probably picked no one even related. But okay, next question. After watching the World of Light intro cinematic, who's your favorite character and why? Mine is Kirby because he's an adorable little pink ball of fluff, and he's a badass because he survived and he was the only one, except for maybe Snake, if your theory is true. Alex, go.
Same. Kirby, all alone in a lonely world, takes on the Master Hand, whatever.
All right,
He's awesome.
Asham,
Let's
go.
go.
You know what? It's Kirby, but I want to change it. I'm gonna have
What's
to
that
say
Kirby? What kind of...
I'm gonna have to say Sonic because he tried to save Pikachu in the best way, in his most possible best way at that moment. But Pikachu got hit. Sonic tried to make a run for it after realizing he couldn't save it, but he got hit. And I appreciate his bravery.
Fair enough. Emmy, go.
If not, who's doing that? If not Snake for the box, then the box itself survived, and somehow Snake couldn't. But on the last question for the character, I
damn.
just no, I just realized I could have said Ghibli from iCarly.
Gibby. Listen, it's Studio Ghibli or it's Gibby. Neither of them are Ghibli, right? Neither of them are Ghibli, okay? It's Studio Ghibli, no L, or it's Gibby. There's no Ghibli, okay?
I couldn't remember his name. It's been years, okay? I couldn't.
You know, it's fine.
Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Alright, fair enough. Next one. First character you're gonna play when you get Smash Ultimate. Mine, Samus, OG, always my main. Love her. She's the best. Gonna go as her. Alex, go.
Mario's always been a classic and my favorite, so yeah.
Alright, Asham?
Simon, because he's Simon and he's new.
Note here is, don't we only get 8 characters?
Oh yeah, we do. Ooh, you're screwed. You start. Oh, sorry. That's one other thing to add. The game showed how when the game starts, you only get the OG 8, and you have to unlock everyone else. So.
Oh, lame. Okay, Kirby then. Wait, is Kirby? Can I play Kirby?
Yeah.
Okay, then Kirby.
Emmy, go.
He's my favorite.
Wait, does that mean I can't play Piranha Plant even if I bought it?
I think you can. Let's just say you can.
Okay, if Piranha Plant, if not, it would be the box. If available. If not, then either Mario or Kirby. That's my legitimate answers, really.
Okay, solid. Sounds good. I don't think. Oh, sorry. One last one. Who's the first character? If you could choose any character, who's the first character you want to defeat in Smash? Mine's gonna be Ice Climbers. I used to beat their ass for fun in Melee. I used to always kill the sister first, so then the brother would have to live alone, and I'd kill him separately. I'm gonna do it again in this game. Alex, go.
I really want to fight Ridley because he seems like a really strong monster, and he was pretty terrifying in the Metroid game. So yeah.
All right, Asham, go.
Fox.
Ooh.
Because he's such a respectable character. I respect him so much. You hate Fox?
No, I respect him, but I hate fighting him. He's a little.
Well, he is, and that's why I respect him so much. So I'm ready to fight him.
All right, sounds good. Emmy, go.
From the billions of characters I can remember, either the villagers or the Icelanders. Those are so annoying. Like, god damn, I want to punch them. I want to drop kick them.
All right.
And either that or is Captain Falcon in there?
Yeah.
Also him. You know what? Put them all together. Like,
okay, wait. Actually, just to clarify with your recent name mix-ups, when you say Captain Falcon, do you mean the human Captain Falcon or the bird Falco?
The one that was in the 64.
Okay, Captain Falcon. Alright, fair enough. You got it.
It's Falcon, right?
Like, yeah, but to be fair, it's one letter, and technically you can call them both captains in their own right. So I could see if you got confused.
But one of them's named Captain Falcon, and the other one's named Falco. So
well, yeah, but it's one letter off, so I could see someone calling him like the bird Captain Falco.
Actually, Aveeno, I changed my mind because of the one letter mix-up. I now hate Captain Falco and want to punch him.
Got it. All right, cool. Good to know.
Oh my god.
And that, I think, if anyone else doesn't have any lightning questions, that is it for the lightning round. And that's the official nail in the coffin right now for any Smash discussion. We've had a long Smash discussion, so we are done with that, unless anyone has any final comments. Alex.
No, I'm good.
Asham.
None.
Emmy.
2K19 Piranha Plant.
All right, thank you. Basically, consistent level of quality with your comments, and I'm loving it today. I'm being serious. So, all right, Smash discussion in the nail, coffin in the nail. We're done for it. Maybe we'll talk about it another day, but we're done for today. All right. That was kind of the main points, all I had, but that went a lot longer than I thought. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or should we call it a wrap?
We should call it. It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So
yeah, we just save it for the next one.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we have anything, but if we're even alive by the next podcast. But yeah. So I guess now is the time to do the wrap up. So once again, Thank you for listening. Anyone who listened, if you like us, keep listening. If you don't like us, leave. Who cares? Send messages, or you can follow us on our respective links down below. Me at Distracted Entertainment on Twitter, or my personal Twitter. You have Sniper Alexander on his Twitter or YouTube channel, which I will link both in the comments below. You can follow us on our podcast Twitter at the official OTC podcast. We will have an email below if you want to submit comments or questions. Please tweet us if you have any questions you want us to ask to anyone else. If you ask any questions to us on Twitter, we might bring them up on the next podcast in a little user-submitted question round. Check us out on our website if that's up by now. If it's so, we'll put it in the link below. Everything you can find is in the link below, so please check that out. Otherwise, I am Aveeno. We have Alex.
Hey.
We have Asham.
Bye.
We have Emmy.
See ya.
And this is episode 1 of the official Off the Clock podcast. Goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
So yeah.
Bye.
And we're done. All right, you guys can stop recording now.